Part 2 of Zohran Mamdani, Mayor on Fire. Let's take a look back at his March accomplishments. Welcome to Mamdanistan. Starting off first, I wanted to acknowledge the passing of NYPD police officer Sorfli Davies. On March 7th, Mayor Mamdani and Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch acknowledged the passing of Sorfli Davies. He passed away while being deployed in Kuwait. He was with the 42nd Infantry Division with the U.S. Army National Guard. I did a little more digging on this, and it did state that it was undetermined causes, not anything pertaining to combat. So I wanted to send my condolences to Sorfli Davies' family. May he rest in peace, and thank you for your service. Next up, the Mamdani administration secured nearly $2 million in restitution for over 800 fast food employees and retail workers. The Department of Consumer and Worker Protection sued Instant Recovery Towing after they received a high number of complaints for charging high fees, junk fees, and using unlawful tactics. Mayor Mamdani and Commissioner Levine were able to get full restitution for the customers submitting complaints and were overcharged. On March 9th, the Mamdani administration released a statement to the public informing us that these two boneheads, Amir Balit and Ibrahim Kayumi, committed an act of violence towards the mayor at Gracie Mansion. They proclaimed their allegiance to a violent organization, of which they're going to be definitely held to the full account of the law. Do you know or remember this guy?
Country was made for Americans, not for Somalis.
That's Jake Lang, an extreme far-right political activist. That screen recording is from his Twitter profile, so I just need you to know that those sound edits did not come from me. Those are his. Jake Lang organized a protest outside of Gracie Mansion simply because Zohran Mamdani is Muslim. This protest happened during Ramadan, and there were also some attempted violent acts that were committed as well that resulted in arrests. On March 16th, Mayor Mamdani spoke to Trump about the Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement Agency's actions at Columbia University and requested that the federal government release Lika Cordia, I hope I said that right, and to also drop the cases against 4 others. Mayor Mamdani did express gratitude to Trump for Lika's release after over a year in detention. Mayor Mamdani and Commissioner Tisch announced a codification of the body-worn camera policy for police officers. The new NYPD policy requires that body camera footage be released within 30 days of critical incidents, just to formalize a more transparent practice. Mamdani administration secured the release of Dylan Lopez Contreras, first NYC public school student who was detained by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency. Dylan was arrested last May, and after 10 months of being detained, he was released this past March. Mayor Mamdani also spoke to the threat made on Nardine Kiswani's life, stating that we will not tolerate violent extremism in our city, that no one should face violence for their political beliefs or their advocacy. He said our city must meet hate with solidarity and meet fear with unshakable commitment to justice and to one another. The Mamdani administration announced the expansion of the Next Mile NYC at Rikers Island, which connects incarcerated New Yorkers to high-paying jobs. What I really appreciate about this is that incarcerated individuals get to walk in the opposite direction of the Green Mile, and this is a great way to reintegrate those who have been incarcerated back into society and to make sure that they are getting those jobs so that when they get out, they're not sitting and looking and getting denied. Last month, Mamdani announced an end to criminal enforcement for minor traffic offenses for cyclists and e-bikes. This means that the NYPD will stop issuing traffic tickets for cyclists and e-bikers who commit low traffic offenses. I'm happy about this one because last year I was on a city e-bike and I read a red light and I got pulled over and I got a $125 ticket. Mayor Mamdani unveiled new tools and financing to help homeowners add ancillary dwelling units to their homes. Last month, he appointed Renita Francois as Deputy Mayor for Community Safety. He appointed 3 renowned public servants to the Quadrennial Advisory Commission. He appointed Richard Lee as the Commissioner for the Department of Finance. He appointed Karina Kaufman Gutierrez as the first ever Executive Director for Street Vendor Services. And last, but certainly not least, Mamdani visited the NYC 311 call center to thank all the call center representatives who take calls from New Yorkers on a daily basis. These call center representatives take over 100,000 calls from New Yorkers every day, helping us answer our questions, routing us to wherever we need to go in terms of whatever we need. So thank you for your service as well.